Remember in the last video when I was contemplating cutting my nails to do this look? Well, typing is getting weird, so the length gotta go. And if you're confused as to why I'm using oil to pop the gel off, I used a peel off base when I did these because this Valentine's design was supposed to be temporary, but it's been like 2 weeks and here we are. And technically I put them on with another base gel instead of straight on my natural nails, so that's why I'm soaking with acetone. In hindsight though, I probably should have used hard gel because that would have been a better choice to like act as a barrier, but I don't own any, nor do I really like hard gel because it just feels too permanent for someone who is as inherently indecisive as I am. Why? Because hard gel cannot be soaked off, and while I love a challenge, I have no desire to play Russian roulette with my nail beds. Like if you've ever had a bad experience at a nail salon, you know just how easy it is for your nails to be filed down too thin, and that makes them really sensitive, which then really hurts when you get heat spikes while curing your gel. So yeah, no thanks. I'm still loving the Affogato exfoliating bar, so I've been using that for my hand treatments as well. And I recently started using the ultra rich body butter from Trader Joe's. I love the texture of this because it's very thick, as you expect the butter to be. It is not oily, so if you don't like products that feel greasy, you'll probably like this, but that's not me. Like I feel like it's not actually locking in the moisture the way I need it to. So I do put a layer of oil on top of this. Nothing says I am a professional more than a website that reflects just that. Having a central location where clients and potential clients can schedule appointments instead of sending DMs is priceless. Like having a place that people can view your portfolio without having to necessarily rely on an algorithm to bring eyes to your work is also invaluable, and so much more. You can even send out newsletters to showcase promotions or holiday specials. And even if you don't do nails, all of those features are still available for whatever services you may offer both offline and online, including selling webinars or subscriptions or tangible merchandise. So if you haven't already, you can sign up at www.squarespace.com/abetweene to save 10% off of your first purchase. Now, I've been hearing good things about a certain foot product, so I've fully neglected the bottom of my feet so that I can put it to the test. But first, I want to address a comment I'm seeing more and more lately, which is, what am I putting in these shoes to make my skin come off like it does? And the answer is water. Warm water is all you need to exfoliate. There's no secret ingredients. I add soap just for fun. This one specifically is sugar soap, and if not this, I'll use Castile soap, and if not soap, I'll use Epsom salt. My skin was already peeling, but after soaking for about 10 minutes, it comes off easily just by touching it. So we now want to apply texture to help it release. Ever since this comment saying that the pink exfoliating glove looks like a steak, I can't unsee it. So I am now officially always using the black one. The new product that I wanted to try is this, which although it doesn't look like it, is a glass vial. If you see my older videos, you know that I have tried glass vials before. I just wasn't impressed enough to replace anything in my collection with it, and that is for the following reasons. 1, the format in which they were sold was not very ergonomically shaped, and 2, given the material, they become quite slippery when used on wet skin, which as you can see is undoubtedly the most effective for dead skin removal. So not ideal. 3, the etching on the surface that creates the texture needed to slough off the dead skin wasn't as robust in my opinion, because I need the most. And 4, in general, you do have to be pretty careful with glass since it is prone to chipping. Unfortunately, with it being completely transparent, it was pretty difficult to observe any damage, and I did cut myself. However, here we do see some clear improvements. Instead of having the glass be like the entire thing, it's just a panel set into another vessel. So that 2, it actually has a handle. The handle also has some grooves to it, I'm guessing for comfort, and a hole so that you could possibly hang it up to dry. And 3, there is some coloring which makes the glass a little bit more legible, but I can't speak to whether or not that would actually help detect breaks or whether that would or would not occur. 4, the etching does appear to be a different design than what I've seen previous. Now, against what I already have, the most comparable I would say is probably the diamond foul, because like the glass one, it's reusable. So both can be rinsed, washed with a bristle brush. Where they differ though, the handle. But as you may have noticed, I still use the same hand placement as I usually do. I guess it's just like normal for me to want to create some counter pressure on the other side of the file. So the thickness doesn't change anything for me. They're both comfortable. As for performance though, I feel like there is more grit to the diamond file given that the hills and valleys are greater than what's been produced with what I assume is laser etching. Feel free to take that with a grain of salt since again, the material being glass, it is possible that it's just more difficult for me to see. And a second option, which is less comparable but is also budget friendly, would be the double-sided file that you often see me use. Like the diamond file, it has a lot of grit, and I'll say the initial price is a little bit cheaper, but it does require that you buy refills. So depending how often you do your feet, that might be a variable. As usual, it'll be linked in the description box below with everything else that I'm using. The only thing that doesn't translate on camera, areas where my calluses are really thick, they are still on the thicker side. The last time I did this design, someone commented, why did I ignore my baby toe? So don't say I never did anything for you. Remember, when doing your designs, and even if you're doing a solid color, honestly, because your polish can be kind of streaky, the way you're going to get a nice glass finish is if the surface is even. So don't be shy when you apply your top coat. Like, really put it on. If you're not generous, it'll settle into any ridges and still look kind of lumpy. But just like gel, it will self-level, and because this top coat does claim to dry in 45 seconds, it will keep that plump appearance because it dries faster. If you don't necessarily have this top coat, which by the way is out the door, you can also speed up that process by putting your nails in cold water.